I'm Colt Sebastian Taylor. This is Melissa Murray Bailey. She's running for mayor of Philadelphia. Now, another thing that a lot of people are concerned about is crime. Crime in the city, crime in general. How do you feel that Philadelphia can improve in lowering crime?
Yeah.
What do you think needs to be done?
I think it's, we're consistently patting ourselves on the back that some things are getting better in the sense of the amount of homicides we're reporting is going down. So much, in fact, so that when all of the people were killed over 4th of July weekend, there was a little blurb tucked in the back of the paper that said, here are the 5 people, here's what happened. That is not okay with me.
Yeah.
Right. Every life that is lost, we need to mourn, we need to grieve, and we need to get angry to do something about stopping it. And it's just too commonplace, and it's too much not in my backyard that people aren't caring about it. So we need to take some aggressive action in that area. And what we need to do is we need to get our police officers back into the community.
Okay.
We need to get them into the community with the people, working together, coming up with ideas and solutions. And another thing we need to do is we need to get more jobs in the city that people in our city can do. When we only have about 40% of our students graduating from high school, we need to look at the types of jobs those people can do within our community. And it's our obligation to go out and find companies that we can bring in that can be a place to train and have fair wages for those people. So that's what I want to do. I don't want it to be the school to prison pipeline. I want it to be the school to jobs pathway.
So school funding and crime in general are almost interlinking issues in your mind.
Yes. But I don't think it's, it's going to take us a generation to fix it. People are like, if we get it right, the people in first grade are going to be able to get out. There are things we can do.
This isn't a weekend solution?
This is something, we have 14, 15, 16-year-olds that are dropping out of school. How do we keep them in school? And then how do we get them, not skills for a job, but how do we get them a pathway to a job?
All right. Thank you very much. Do you feel that the police department needs more funding? Do they have the tools that they need for the job they have to do?
I think there's more we have to do there.
Yeah.
Because like I said, one of the things I want to do is allow the police more time to be in the communities.
Okay.
And right now they don't have time for that. There are too many administrative things that are happening, too much time waiting in court for hearings to happen. And people are by themselves a lot. The police officers are by themselves a lot and have to be in their cars. If we're able to increase the resources for the police department, we can have them walking through parks, talking to community members. And one thing I want to do too is I want the police officers to have the ability to have 8 hours a month that they're spending involved in a community activity.
Oh, kind of like Google's 20% off sort of thing.
That's exactly
wow.
where I got it.
Wow, I've actually never really heard that before. That's a very interesting idea. Who do you think? Do you think the current police commissioner is doing a good job? Would anyone in any department, if you were elected, get an evaluation and you would just take it from there?
Well, everyone needs to be evaluated on a regular basis. Performance management and development is really important to keep a good ecosystem going. So I would make sure that we have discussions about things we can be doing better, things we should do less of. So when I come into a company that I'm new to, that I'm there to turn around, the first thing I do is talk to everybody. I talk to them about, why do you think we're in the situation we're in? What do you think we should do about it? Here are some of my thoughts, and we have a dialogue. And then we come together and we say, this is our path forward. And then people can say, hey, I'm on board with that. That's my path forward too. Or they say, that's not the path forward I see, and it's time for me to go on to the next thing.
Okay, great. So everyone is, you seems like you definitely want to have a dialogue with as many people as possible. Just because they may not have the same letter in parenthesis after their names doesn't mean they don't have good ideas.
You're exactly right. You are exactly right. It's what makes cities good and leaders good is having a diversity of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have everyone who's just like you, who's done the same thing as you.
That's
you.
technically a cult. It's technically a cult.
There you go.
Yeah.